What if I told you that one simple DM could lead to an incredible collaboration? In this video, I'm going to show you how discovering pianist Cara Tivey's music led to me reaching out and how that turned into something amazing. I'm going to break down how that message led to a collaboration and how we ended up making this track together. So if you've been hesitating, maybe it's time to take that step and send that message. So let's take it back to 2022. I came across this incredible album called Wave Motif, and it turned out it was by an amazing musician called Cara Tivey. I didn't know her music at the time, but after doing a little bit of research, I found out she'd worked with the likes of Blur, Billy Bragg, and Everything But the Girl. The first time I heard the album, I was honestly blown away. It was like raw, soulful piano pieces, perfect for sampling. I remember sitting in my studio and thinking, I absolutely need to do something with this. And although the whole album was great, there was one track that really stood out to me, and it was called Jaunty Angle. And there was so much in there that I could work with, so I decided, like I normally do, to just throw it into Serato sample, and then spent some time chopping that up, experimenting until I found something that I really liked. And once I had those pieces, I worked them into a new melody, which sounded fresh, but also still played homage to the original. So I had that full 8-bar loop looping around for a while. And I had an idea which would kind of keep it interesting. I wanted to use the Tal Filter 2 free plugin, and I was going to use it as an LFO to create this kind of tremolo effect. So in the verses it would be normal, and then we got to the choruses and this effect came in. It would kind of be this wobbly, cool, really interesting sound. Switching between those two sections made it much more interesting for sure. So once I was set with the sample, it was about building up the track from there. From there, I added the drums. And there was a loop I chopped up. I think it was from a Beat Butcher kit. I added a kick and a snare and this percussion loop. Really simple, not too many elements there. Allowed the track to groove, but also left space for the sample to shine. Next, I added some Rhodes, which was really there to just complement the melody that was already there from the sample. Up next was the bass, and I used my OP6 for that, adding some modulation just to keep it interesting throughout. And then after that, I added this quick vocal idea. It was pretty rough, like improvised, just singing random words. And then I built on top of that, adding harmonies.
You all know that I know it. I know it. I know it. I just want to let.
And yeah, that's kind of a background element, but without it, you can really notice the difference. Finally, to finish it off, there's just some effects in there, just some risers, some cymbals and stuff just to fill out the track. So at that point I I just decided to go for it. I sent her a DM on Instagram showing her what I've made so far and asking whether she'd be up for collaborating on the track. Honestly, it was a complete shot in the dark and I didn't really expect anything back, but I thought, why not? To my complete surprise, she got back really quickly and she was really into the idea. So from that point, I sent Cara the track. She recorded her piano parts, sent them back. This was all done online. What she added to the track was exactly what it needed. And being a pianist, obviously she's got that level of emotion in her playing that I can't bring myself. So yeah, it just took the track to the next level. So let me just show you what the track sounded like before and after her contribution. Honestly, it completely brought the track to life. So with Cara's parts now in place, I just had to finish up the arrangement, make sure everything was sitting in the mix right, and just finish it off and make sure that what she'd added was able to shine in the mix. So I had that track sitting on my computer for a few months, but then a little while later I had a chance to make a beat tape for Chillhop Music, and this seemed like a perfect track for that. So that was released at the beginning of 2023. Basically, this video is just about those times where there's people that you really want to work with and you're a little bit intimidated or you're in awe of their music, but you don't know what the answer is going to be if you don't reach out. The worst that can happen is they can say no. Best case scenario, they'll say yes. So next time you're working on music and you think that there's a singer or a rapper or another musician, producer who can bring something that you can't, just reach out to them and see what happens. And also, if you're looking for some inspiration to start your next beat, I've just put out a free sample pack featuring loops, MIDIs, one-shots to start your next track. You can find the link for that in the description. And if you enjoyed this story and this video, please hit subscribe and let me know in the comments who's that person that you've been wanting to reach out to for a while, but you've been too scared.